Hey everyone, Jordan with Contenza Properties here. For the new year, I decided to start doing something a little new. Hopefully it's interesting, but I'm planning on documenting what it is that I do while looking for Contenza's next investment property. So I'm going to take you along on the journey from finding the property online to deciding if it's one that I want to submit an offer on to buying it, closing it, and doing what we got to do to turn it into a profitable rental. So let's go ahead and jump in. We'll get started. It all starts right here in my inbox. So I've got a ton of automated listings set up from Zillow. It sends me a ton of listings pretty much every single day. They usually come through really early in the morning too. So right now, the first batch that we have is properties in Knoxville and the surrounding areas for under $150,000. So let's see, we've got 3 listings here, and let's just click into them and start taking a look to see if it's something we might be interested in. Okay, so the first thing that I'm looking for is, is there any sort of value that we can add to the property? Think about a light, maybe medium, moderate cosmetic fixer-upper type thing, where we can go in and throw on a fresh coat of paint. We can replace the floors and maybe remodel the bathrooms, the kitchens. The bathrooms and kitchens are really the big ticket items when it comes to renovating a house. So those are like the first things that I'm looking for. Depending on what area the property is in, I also might be able to look at it as a potential Airbnb. If that's the case, then there's no need to look for something that's a cosmetic fixer or even a moderate fixer-upper. We can just buy it as is in very nice condition and turn around pretty quickly and just start renting it out on Airbnb. And that's always nice too. All right, so this first property we have here is in Morristown. And it actually, okay, yeah, so look at the kitchen here. It's got this wood paneling, and I'm not a big fan of the wood paneling. So far, every house that I've bought, we either replaced the wood paneling or we put sheetrock mud over it and then painted it to look like actual sheetrock. Because, yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the wood paneling. I would say I don't quite know what this, I think that this is pretty old. I've actually never seen this before, this interesting countertop here. I've never seen this before in a house that I've actually been in. And continuing to scroll through, looks like we've got some old carpets in this property too. So these would be a great opportunity to tear those out and put down like a really nice modern laminate. And the bathrooms, definitely outdated. Like they're in good condition, but they're outdated. Okay, and there we go. So the exterior of the house looks like it's in pretty nice shape. It's a brick house. Usually brick houses, as long as they're clean, it's not a heck of a lot you have to do to the exterior of a brick house. Maybe you could paint it if you want to paint it and make it look a little snazzy. And this, to me, looks like a relatively new metal roof, which you see a lot of in Tennessee. Where I live in California, you don't really see metal roofs unless it's on like a commercial building. But in Tennessee, there's a lot of properties with metal roofs. So this roof looks like it's in good shape. Overall, I would say this is the type of property that we're looking for. So I would absolutely, I'm gonna go and do a deeper analysis after this video and see if we want to put an offer on this property. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. We've got one in Maryville, Tennessee, which is just a little south of Knoxville. This one actually looks like it might be a mobile home or a manufactured home, which we're not interested in at this time. And the reason I can tell is because of these panels coming down the walls right here. It might be hard to see on the video, but yeah, there's like these panels coming down here and here. And that's a dead giveaway that the house is a mobile home or manufactured home. Let's see, it should tell us oh, it actually says it's single family, but I'm pretty sure it's a mobile home. So we're gonna pass on this one. Okay, what's up next? We have one on Heather Lane in Knoxville, listed at 150. Okay, so here we go. This property looks like it's been freshly remodeled. I'm not sure if the owners remodeled it themselves, or maybe the property was recently flipped. So yeah, this could be a flipper trying to sell the property. I'm not sure. But when I see a freshly remodeled home, like fully up to date, my first instinct is typically another investor probably bought this property, remodeled it, and now they're trying to resell it. I don't think that it would work as an Airbnb because Knoxville has pretty strict short-term rental restrictions inside the city limits, and I'm pretty sure. Let's take a look on the map, but I think this one is within the city limits. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is within the city limits of Knoxville, so I don't believe we'd be able to use it as an Airbnb. I don't think there's any value that we can add to the property, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this one. Okay. So now I've taken a look at all these. I'm just gonna delete this email because there's no reason for me to have it anymore. All right, so we have a search that came through in Chattanooga that triggered my Airbnb keyword. So let's take a look and see if this one is any good. So right away, yeah, the house looks like it's in really nice shape. It's furnished pretty nicely too. Everything appears to be nice and modern. I can see through to the kitchen right here, and it actually looks like we've got stainless steel. I want to say stainless steel appliances. I don't know. Okay, yeah. Nope. Black appliances. Looks like granite countertops though. So that's really nice. Always love the modern white cabinets. That's really big right now, is the white cabinets. And of course the neutral gray paints throughout the property is really nice. We do have, okay, nice fridge. It looks like nice new tile. So yeah, overall this property is in really nice condition. Looks like the bedrooms have carpet, which I actually do. I do like carpets in bedrooms. So the tricky thing with Chattanooga though is the state, or not the state, the city of Chattanooga does have short-term rental restrictions. I think it depends on exactly what part of Chattanooga it's in. And then my property manager in Chattanooga yesterday was telling me that you have to, what did she say? She said you have to apply to be able to use your property as a short-term rental, and the neighbors can actually submit whether they approve it or disapprove it. So there's a whole process in the city of Chattanooga that I'm not 100% familiar with, but my property manager down there is familiar with. So what I would do, since this does look like a really nice property, I would send this one to my property manager and say, hey, is this in an area where we can do Airbnb? And if she says yes, and we'll talk about moving forward with it. So I'll keep this one open to revisit. Okay, now we don't need that anymore, so that can go. Yeah, so here's my search in Sevierville, Tennessee. Sevierville for us right now is all about short-term rentals, right? Can we pick up a beautiful cabin and turn it into an Airbnb? Because the short-term rental market in Sevierville and the surrounding area, like Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, it's ridiculous. Yeah, the short-term rentals out there are just ridiculous. So this one's pretty expensive at $1.25 million. So oh my God, look at that though. That is a beautiful cabin, but it's really far out of our price range. I am curious though, so I'm gonna take a look. Okay. Oh no, they don't actually have any pictures of this one. Oh well, that's okay. I have a feeling the interior of this is probably unbelievably gorgeous. I can only imagine. And it's huge. 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, almost 3,500 square feet. That's crazy. Yeah, this would be amazing, but again, it's just too much money. All right, so we'll exit that one out. No need to revisit it. So up next, we have our search for anything in Chattanooga under $150,000. Let's see what we have. We've got something in Cleveland, which is like the city kind of northeast east of Chattanooga. So I'm looking in the Chattanooga area and the surrounding areas too. So let's take a look at this property in Cleveland. It's all right. It looks like it's in pretty decent condition overall. I mean, the red, yeah, I wouldn't keep the red. I would certainly paint over that. Like the bathroom looks like a nice neutral color. If the whole house was a similar color to this nice gray right here, that would be awesome. But, I'm just kind of not really a fan of the house, to be honest, so I think I'm going to pass on this one. And we will get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. All right, we have another opportunity in, where is this? Penny Way, Tennessee. I didn't know there was a city in Tennessee called Way. I have a feeling that's probably a typo. So let's pull this up. I'm gonna look on the map real quick. It's probably near Sevierville or Pigeon Forge. Where is it? Okay, yeah, it's outside of Pigeon Forge. Okay. So yeah, this looks like a nice, cute little cabin sitting up on top of the hills, nestled away in some trees. Listed for $325,000. It's a 2-bedroom. Okay, it's got a nice detached garage here. I actually think that's really cool the way it's sitting right on top of this hill. That's pretty nice. Looks like they have a chair swing. I love chair swings. Those are awesome. Nice deck. They could put a barbecue out to grill. The interior looks just like I would expect a cabin like this to look like. They have a hot tub. A lot of the properties in Pigeon Forge and like the Gatlinburg, well, I don't know why I couldn't say that. A lot of them have hot tubs. And I guess if you're going on vacation, who doesn't want to hang out in a nice hot tub? All right. So yeah, this one looks like something that we could do as an Airbnb. For sure. Nice little bathroom. I like the tile shower. Yeah, there we go. Nice vanity. I like the way these tiles kind of match, actually. That's kind of cool. And yeah, there's a map that just shows us the plot. So, okay, yeah, this is certainly one that I would look into a little bit further to see if we can use it as an Airbnb. I'd have to check to see the average rental rates in the area, because as long as the average rental rates can support this purchase price, that's one that we would decide to make an offer on. And then let's see, I think we have one more. Okay, yeah. So Contenza does look in the San Francisco Bay Area for properties. However, right now our bread and butter really is in Tennessee, like Chattanooga, Knoxville. Knoxville is actually where we're most active right now. We do also look in Nashville, or at least our partners look in Nashville, and if we find something there, we pass that along to our partners. And we're looking for lake houses in Smithville, Tennessee too. So I post a lot of pictures of the lake houses that we're looking at. So make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram too, so you can see all those. So yeah, the properties in the Bay Area are just extremely expensive. So you saw some of the properties in like Chattanooga and Knoxville were $150,000 or less for houses of a similar size. It's just crazy. But these came up as a fixer-upper, or at least the listing agent is considering them to be fixer-uppers. So let's take a quick look and see what work it needs. All right, so definitely out of date. It looks, my first impressions is that this is all probably original stuff to the house. Okay, yeah, not too many photos, but I have a general idea of the property. Livermore is a pretty expensive area, so $678. I mean, you might be scratching your head like, oh my goodness, but that's just normal out here. Yeah, it's crazy. So I'll take a look at this one and see if we might be able to make an offer. We wouldn't be able to do like a short-term rental or even a long-term rental, just because the purchase price out here is so much that it doesn't really make sense So the plan would be to fix it up and flip it for a profit. And let's take a look at the last one. This one is in Richmond. Okay, the exterior doesn't look too bad. It actually looks like it's in good shape. And yeah, the interior certainly looks like it needs a full cosmetic turnover at least. So like replacing all the floors, painting, replacing out the lighting fixtures, kitchen remodel. You know, the fully redoing a kitchen's at least at $10,000 to $15,000 easily, depending on the quality finishes that you want to put in. And yeah, fully turn over the bathroom too. So my thoughts with this one, just like the other one, is that this is probably all original stuff to the house. Yeah, look at those carpets. No, I would never pick that color carpet for a house, but yeah, that's okay. You know, the times change, and now we would swap that out for like a nice neutral carpet or maybe even some laminate. But overall, yeah, this could be one, if we got it at the right price, would be one that we would be interested in flipping. And I think that takes us to the end. Yeah, that's everything. So after all that, we've got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 properties that we're interested in. And if you want to follow along, if you want to see if we, submit offers, if we win the bids and actually get to buy it and turn it into a rental or flip it, make sure you follow Contenza Properties. We're all over the place: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just search up Contenza Properties. You should find us. And if you want to come along house hunting with us again in the future, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to hit the like button too, so it'll really help us out. All right, that's it for today.